So hey, everybody! Thank you so much for joining us this evening. We are coming today to talk about a little bit about our wellness and a lot about what we can do to make it better. Before we get started, I just want to say thank you so much for attending and thank you so much for showing up and supporting and getting this information in. And so we're gonna go ahead and get started. So as you can see, this is a part of a weekly series that we're doing that is called our wellness webinars. And of course, it wouldn't be appropriate if we didn't kick it off with some of the ways that we at Ashe Wellness attempt to help you on your wellness journey by doing wellness checkups, right? So we're going to get started. So real quick, we're going to just do a presentation breakdown. I promise I will not hold you long. We're going to talk about like who I am, what is functional medicine, 3 ways to customize your wellness journey, and services to make it easier. And then we'll give you a couple ways just to reach out to us if you think that we may be a good fit to assist you on that journey. So definitely we just want to get directly and straight to the point so that we can go from there. So who am I? My name is Sequoia, and I go by Sequoia Ashe Taylor, right? Or Sequoia Lindsay Taylor is the government. And who I am is that, first of all, I am a mom of 2. As you can see this picture, yes, these are outdated. Those 2 little girls are now almost 11 and almost 6 years old. So they are my pride and joy. They are part of our family business, and they keep me busy as a mother. They are into their own activities. They're to have 2 different personalities, and so I'm lucky and blessed to be their mom. And some more things about me is that I'm also a business owner. I'm the owner of Ashe Wellness as well as some of our other sister companies. And what we do is we help people on their wellness journey, and including in that, I'm also a functional diagnostic nutrition practitioner. And all that is to say is that I'm a wellness coach, a wellness consultant that is allowed to help you on your wellness journey. And what we do as a FDN and as a part of Ashe Wellness is that we help stressed out women who are tempted to maintain balance, to establish and maintain healing habits so they can be healthy and happy. How do we do that? Is that we distress the mess, and yes, the mess is an acronym, by testing and not guessing. And so those are some of the things that we do over at Ashe Wellness, and we're going to talk about that in great length in a few minutes. Just so that you know a little bit about me as far as my health journey, so you don't think like, oh, she just was a health coach, so she gets to come and tell us stuff, or she sells a product, or that she's able to just come and talk to us about it because she got a certification or she's a practitioner. No, I have actually been on a wellness journey of my own. That is what started me in this place of doing business and wanting to assist others. Some of the things that I have been able to do is, first of all, I had the gastric sleeve in 2013, but since then I've had a baby, as you can see in the picture, and I've maintained a 110-pound plus weight loss by actually changing my wellness lifestyle. Some of the things that I've dealt with and continue to deal with and just maintain is having an iron deficiency, inflammation of the gut, acid reflux, hormone imbalance, sleep disruptions. I've had to change my diet several times. I've also had to deal with reducing my stress due to several deaths of my close family members, like back to back. And so I have been able to heal and maintain them through some of the things that I'm going to talk to you guys about today. And so I'm a testimony before I'm actually a coach or a consultant to you. So those are just a few things about me. So first of all, I want to talk to you guys because the average person is used to hearing about conventional medicine. Conventional medicine is when you go to your doctor, you say something is wrong, or you just go for your annual exam and they tell you what is going to be okay. Like, okay, you have this. They may run a lab, they may not. They may give you a prescription, they may not. But it's very much so that you're usually going to them with a problem. I have this issue, I have this dilemma, I have this ailment that's going on, and then they diagnose you based off what you said or what they presume to be. So another type of medicine that is in this whole realm of several different modalities. I can go on and on and on for days about different modalities that can assist you in your wellness journey. But the one that we have decided to align with, and where I hold my actual certification as a practitioner, is with functional medicine. And you may have heard of functional medicine with like Dr. Hyman and a couple others who are making this more well known and more more mainstream to the actual person. And what functional medicine is, and I am going to read this slide per slide because I do feel that it's very important to know and understand what this process is and how do we differ from conventional medicine. And by the way, if you have any questions, please go ahead and put your questions in the chat and we will answer them momentarily. One of the things about functional medicine is that functional medicine addresses the underlying causes of disease using a system-oriented approach and engaging both patient and practitioner in a therapeutic partnership. It is an evolution in the practice of medicine that better addresses the healthcare needs of the 21st century by shifting the traditional disease-centered focus of medical practice to a more patient-centered approach. Functional medicine addresses the whole person and not just an isolated set of symptoms. So we are not here to really focus on just one thing. Inside of functional medicine, my FDN practitioner, which is the functional diagnostic piece, I went a level deeper by going into diagnostics and then adding the nutrition piece as well. And so that's why my certification is in FDN, which is a bridge of the functional medicine. With that, it says there is no interest in diagnosing or treating disease in any area, an area well attended by your actual licensed physicians. That's what they do. What we do instead is that we investigate healing opportunities within your hormone, immune, digestion, detoxification, energy, and nervous systems using functional testing. The clues collected by the objective and subjective assessments are then used to guide holistic lifestyle recommendations intended to coach up functions in all areas of the body while coaching down contributors to metabolic chaos, which is the only diagnosis that we care about. This will ultimately restore health and balance. For most chronic stress-related conditions, FDN is all a person needs to do to get well and stay well. For those with a serious medical condition, FDN is a proven stabilizer and holistic grounding program, adjunctive to the medical attention that they may receive. So that is just over in a nutshell about what FDN is, what we do. We treat the person as a whole. And so a lot of times people come to me for an issue, and by the time we finish, it's many things that have been discovered. We also do with a body, soul, and spirit approach as well. As when we say the whole person, we mean the whole person. And so we're able to do that by getting to know you and by doing lab testing. And then once we actually do that, we do lab testing, which is the testing and not guessing. And then we help you do the stress test by actually creating protocols in different life areas, specifically what we call the DRESS philosophy in your areas of dress, your diet, rest, exercise, stress management, and sleep management. 3 ways that we will customize or can customize your wellness journey. And as you saw the different testing, we have 3 different types of ways that we can do testing for you. One of the ways is through wellness scans. And so when we start talking about customizing and individualizing your wellness care, instead of saying, hey, I have inflammation, or hey, I have weight issues, or hey, I have diabetes, or hey, I have a thyroid issue, instead of going and giving a generic or a general diagnosis, what we want to do is make sure that instead of just giving you something, say, hey, take this pill, this lotion, this potion, do this, do that, this, do that, without, like, basically we're guessing when we do that. So instead of actually, taking an overall and general approach, we want to customize your wellness journey to you. You are the only you that you are. And so the way that we do that is by performing these different types of testing so that we can show you, and then you're able to make adjustments based off you. Because we have known that there are many people who have tried different diets or tried different fasts, and you and your best friend or you and your spouse can do the same as that diet, and it may work for one and not another. Someone may try some medication, somebody may try a shake, somebody may take a pill, and it works for one person and it doesn't. And it's because you are the only you that there is. The 99% of the things that make us the same is great, but that 1% is all the difference. And that's what we choose to focus on when we're helping you customize your wellness journey. So again, a couple of those ways that we're able to do that. The first way is by a wellness scan. And we do have 2 levels of these. And keep in mind that when we say any of these things can be done virtually. A lot of our appointments that we have now, especially with this pandemic, we are actually doing them virtually or remotely. We're not having to come to your home. You're not having to come see us. And you can be in any part of the world, and we can assist you as well. And so you do not have to be local to us to be able to do this, especially with the wellness scans. The wellness scans are actually scans that are done via your phone for the most part, right? One of them you can actually do by voice and kinetics. And so there's a whole another webinar that we have in regards to explaining that. But just know that within a matter of minutes, we can do a wellness scan on you that tells us from A to Z for the most part, as far as your systems, as far as your actual needs, as far as like certain foods and things of that nature that are more in the right now. Within the last couple of days is usually what we use wellness scans for. The more of the right now, when someone wants to know what is going on with them right now and how they can make adjustments, how they can use essential oils, how they can use a supplement, how they can change their diet, how they can get more rest, how they can make those lifestyle changes right now, what is going on right now with their body. We actually use wellness scans, and we also use those for our actual follow-up appointments. Lab testing is going to show you, for the most part, it can show things for years, but it's mainly that 6 weeks to 6 months range. I like to give people just as an estimate. Those things are things that are happening to your body that your body's able to pick up, such as your cortisol levels, all your hormones. We know we have estrogen, testosterone, and things like melatonin, things of those natures. We're also able to test and see if you have good bugs. We're also able to test to see if you have leaky gut. We're also able to test to see if you have food sensitivities to certain foods as well. So those lab tests give us a very, very good bird's eye view to say, hey, what is going on with this person, and how can, as a whole, can we assist them in ratifying some of the things that may be going on with them. The third way that we do this is DNA testing. And the DNA testing is going to be a test that is a one and done. Because your DNA is not going to change because you are born with the DNA. And the DNA testing basically tells us what you were born with from your mother and from your father. Are there certain mutations? Are there certain variances? Are there some certain things that were off kill that you may have inherited from them that could potentially affect you later on? We call this nature versus nurture, because you were born with certain things, but how you live your lifestyle, things that happen to you in the environment, can make those things either act up or act out. And so we use DNA testing to give us a baseline to say, hey, these things may be coming up because you have a variance of this, or you have a higher probability of this. The cool thing about this is that we're able to do those in lifestyle areas as well. So people want to know what type of diet they should be on. They want, or as I say, what type of lifestyle they should be doing for their foods. People also like to know what type of exercises are beneficial to them. How does their body respond to stress? How their body responds to sleep? We're able to do that by DNA testing as a baseline, and then do testing to show you how we're able to do that basis, like everything that's happened to you since your birth. So going a little bit more in detail as to the wellness scans, I'm going to actually show you an example of one in just a minute. And I'm adding this because people usually ask us what is the pricing model for that. The wellness scans usually range from $59 to $99. It depends on if we're doing one in person or not. Most of the time, if it's virtual, those are the fees that we have for those, and the amount of time you have that consult. And then, like I said, some people like to keep it breast and say, hey, I want to check myself out. Some of the changes that I made, how are they being effective? Do we need to make any tweaks? Which 90% of the time we do have to make tweaks. You have to make changes. You as a person is changing, life is happening, stresses occur. And so you're able to do that. And then we have a monthly membership for that. And then we actually have a full package program where we work with you for a certain amount of sessions, which equates to months. And we're able to assist you in the area as far as doing the wellness scans, and also giving you recommendations, give you lifestyle tweaks, telling you what you should be doing and what you should not be doing. DNA testing. So DNA testing, that's the pricing that we have for the DNA testing. Again, we work with a lab that is CLIA certified, which means that they are that is a certification for labs. We are also able to work with you in regards to finding out the things that, like we said, that you got from your parents, and we're also able to do testing that is not only in those main actual areas. We're able to do different reports that show in different areas. So, like if you deal with inflammation, if you deal with headaches and migraines, even COVID, we have a respiratory report that will tell us how someone could be predispositioned to what will happen to them with COVID. We can't say if you would get COVID, but we could tell you based off of where your DNA, what would be some of the probabilities of some outcomes that you can have to reactions to COVID. The pricing that you see there is if you need to get the testing. Like we said, we work with a CLIA certified lab, which means that they cannot and will not sell your information. And we are they're bonded and licensed and things of that nature, so we work with them. But if you've already done the testing, I have several people who come to me and say, hey, I've done 23andMe, I've done Ancestry, I've done several others. And so if you've already done previous testing for some of those major companies, we can get the raw data and input it into the system, and also testing as well. And so we are able to do that for you as well. Lab testing. Some of the lab testing that we're able to do, and this is where we start talking about our packages, where we work with you one-on-one for a variety of months and a variety of sessions. We do a variety of different lab testing. We also provide different supplementations, and so we have several different packages for you to choose from. That's why you see that price range difference. We're also able to a la carte some of the labs as well. And sometimes, depending on what your, like if you have an HSA card or some of your health benefits, they may kick in and help pay for some of the labs to be done as well. Some of the labs are done by blood, some are done by stools, some are done by urine, and some are done by hair. It just depends on what type of actual lab we're doing as to what type of sample you have to submit in. And so that is how we do those as well. So we have come to the conclusion of our actual presentation, just kind of giving you a couple ways to show you how we can do some services for you guys. And this is a couple ways that you can actually reach out to us. And you can reach out to us on our Facebook page there. You can also reach out to us via email. And you can also give us a call to actually schedule an appointment to chat about these things, to figure out what's the best option for you. All of the services that we offer, we actually do have packages for them. And some of them, like we show, have payment plans. And so you're able to do that as well. I am going to go and stop the actual share and show you some examples of the different reports so that you can understand what those are. But we just want to take a couple minutes to show you how we as a company, Ashe Wellness, how we help you to customize and individualize your wellness journey, and it affects all 8 areas of your life. And so at this point, I'm going to give it a quick second for those who want to take a screenshot or a snapshot, and then I'm going to stop the screen share, and I'm going to actually show you some of the reports that we are able to do. Hi guys. So I wanted to put a face to the name and I wanted to come and show you guys some of the actual reports. I know that it may be clouded or not 100% clear, and I will in the future make sure that we actually upload them so that you can see them on the screen. I actually had them printed, so we'll do the opposite next time. But I want to come and show you some of the things that we get to see. So this is actually an example of our actual wellness scan. And this wellness scan, as you can see, it gives us some of your lifestyle areas and it tells us what you actually need help in those areas. We also have organ systems that it tells us. So this is like the immune, this is the digestive system. This also talks about our exercise, the sleep, and our actual diet, right? So it's telling me what those areas that I needed to support, and it gives me those information as well. This is for the wellness scan. It also my video went out. I apologize. Also, it also gives us a quick overview on some of the foods that we're scanning for. It gives us suggestions about what we should eat less of and what we should eat more of based off the different categories, such as like carbs, beans, legumes, fruits, vegetables, all those different is broken out as categories. And it gives you a report of some of the foods you should be eating more of and then you should not be eating more of. And these are just general basic ones for our basic scans. Also, it tells us sometimes it gives us product recommendations about different products and things that we can use. If you're one of those people who like we talk about the quality of our food, or if you can't get all of the things that corrected by food, it also gives you product recommendations as well. It also gives us accompanying services. So it tells us different things, modalities that we probably should visit, certain other services that we should do. Like this was telling me to do a coffee enema, the mini trampoline, heavy metal removal, oil pulling, sunlight exposure. Sometimes it will come up and tell you to come see me or FDN, or someone in functional medicine. It'll come up and say Reiki. It'll come up and say chiropractor, things of that nature. Massage therapy. So it gives you accompanying services that it recommends that will be a support to your body as well. So that is actually from our actual wellness scan. That was an example. And the example of this one is actually some examples from our actual labs. And so these are the labs that tells us about our stress and hormone levels, melatonin, DHEA. It has all those different things. It is a this is a saliva test. We also have a lab that comes back and tells us this is a stool test that tells us if we have any gut bugs, intestinal permeability, and why that's important because that lets us know if you have like leaky gut. It also lets us know like your detoxification and things of that nature, a little bit deeper than the wellness scan. And then the DNA one, it actually comes up, and yours will probably look different because I found mine. These come back and tell us what areas you have SNPs in, and those are more like the mutations or variances inside of your DNA that you receive from your mother and father. So you get those results as a DNA test as well. So we want to come share those things with you. I'm so thankful that you guys tuned in today with us to get more information about ways to customize and individualize your actual wellness care. If you need information from us or would like to book an appointment or to schedule or find out which one of these services would be best for you, and if working with us is going to be a good fit, please do reach out to us at that previous slide before, where you can message us on Facebook, you can call us, and you also can email us. I look forward to talking to you guys soon, and you have a great rest of your evening. I hope you enjoyed this wellness webinar that talked to you and explained a little bit more about what functional medicine was and is, and how those different types of testing can benefit you on your wellness journey. Alrighty, talk to you guys later. Ashe.